overseer side, and Chelsea finally getting it together. Victory in Europe a week ago was the springboard to Saturday's success over Arsenal, but they're not out of the woods yet. The champions beginning their defence of the League Cup here at Walsall, flying in League One and hoping to take a leaf out of Bradford's book, who caused one of the great cup shocks just 9 months ago in the FA Cup down at the Bridge. Let's have a look at the team news for you. There are 3 changes for Walsall. There's no place in the starting 11 for Tom Bradshaw, their leading goal scorer with 7 goals. He's been struggling with a groin problem. Rhys Flanagan and Andy Taylor drop to the bench. Lalkovic and Cook come in for them. Well, Milan Lalkovic starts against his former club tonight. He spent 8 years with Chelsea and was released last summer. Goalkeeper Neil Etheridge was also once a Blue, so a big night too for him. There are 8 changes for Chelsea. One of those enforced, of course, with Diego Costa starting that 3-match ban. Begovic, Ivanovic and Cahill are retained from the Arsenal win. John Terry's back in blue tonight and captains the side, having been dropped for the last 2 matches. Falcao leads the attack, and there's a start for exciting Brazilian forward Kennedy. Sawyers and Cook over the ball. Chelsea 15th in the Premier League, Walsall 2nd in League One. And no doubt desperate to get off to a good start here. Sawyers wins an early header, swept away by Cahill. And Kennedy, the young Brazilian, can't get on the end of it. And Jason Demetriou, the Cyprus international who joined this summer, will take this throw. Chelsea haven't lost, and their last 3 visits here they've scored 15 goals without reply, and they've never lost at Walsall. Mikel, first touch of the night for John Terry. And now Cahill, slight surprise that he's in the starting lineup tonight. Many thought that Jose Mourinho might have tinkered with that back 2 a little bit more than he has done. Mikel going long here, looking for Falcao. Decent first touch, Falcao around the goalkeeper, but Etheridge is there to smother it. Danger not clear yet. This is Remy. Should be dealt with by Manton and will be. Up towards Cook. But a little warning there of what Chelsea have got up their sleeve tonight for Walsall. Back with Begovic. Terry, nice a misplaced pass, straight out of play. It's Lalkovic who will take this throw. In fact, he's going to leave it for Rico Henry. Come through the academy. This is Lalkovic against Ramirez. Dispossessed by Ramirez. Cheek driving forward from midfield, looking to roll in Kennedy. Problems here, and cleared away off the line by O'Connor, and then the shot from Ramirez is dealt with by Etheridge. A flying run from Kennedy, and James O'Connor takes up a great position on the line to help out his goalkeeper. Cow's flick. This is Loftus-Cheek. Kennedy. Free waiting for the ball to come in. Loftus-Cheek was one of them. And Rathman collects to keep the pressure on. Mikel. Given away to Sawyers. Safely back to Etheridge. What a great pass out though. And Kennedy is there to take it off Downing. 4 in the box to aim at. Ramirez! First of the season for Ramirez. Inside 10 minutes. And it stemmed from a Walsall mistake. The ball given away. Kennedy picked it up, picked out Ramirez, and the champions lead. was stretching. Kennedy onto it in a flash. Several to aim at. Found Ramirez, who plants his header beyond Etheridge. And it's Walsall 0, Chelsea 1. Did well, the youngster. And 4 options in the box. And Ramirez got goal side of his defender. It was an easy header. John Terry. Loftus-Cheek uses the ball ever so well. Mikel Ivanovic, who's got high up the pitch. Walsall with almost everybody back. Trying to stem the flow here. Good challenge from Dimitriou to put Walsall back on the ball. Sawyers, Lalkovic, Henry going on the outside. This is Henry. Sawyers, a few cries of shoot. He has scored some stunning goals from long range this season, Romain Sawyers. Chelsea back on it with Loftus-Cheek, but not for long. Morris. Ramirez snapping at him, and will he bring the ball back? It's been slipped through to Falcao. There's no flag here either. Etheridge comes out. O'Connor on the goal line for a second time tonight to clear the danger. Picked up by Kennedy. Falcao took too long on it. In towards Falcao again, and behind it goes for the goal kick. Well, another chance goes begging, and for the second time tonight, James O'Connor getting on the line. It was tight. Falcao was judged onside, and well read by O'Connor to keep the score at 1-0. And it not been for him, it could be 3-0 Chelsea. 2 goal line clearances from the Walsall defender. Keeps his team in the game. It's Chelsea who continue to lead by just a single goal. Oh, that's given away needlessly by Chambers. And there are blue shirts swarming everywhere. It was equally sloppy from Remy. The last thing that Walsall need to do is to make their own problems. Kept in by Morris, was it? It wasn't. It's, Adam Chambers got away with one there. Mikel finding Gary Cahill. Ivanovic is moving okay now. Tries to push it on towards Remy, and it's Rico Henry. Looks to burst beyond him. Ivanovic using every piece of energy he's got to try and stay with him. Dimitriou. Mantum stretching, didn't get there. Ramirez. Falcao. Ramirez again, Mantum with him. Mikel over the top it goes. Falcao the target, brings it down neatly enough. Etheridge closing down the angle, still Falcao. Oh, stopped on the goal line, and Remy sends it over the top. Via a deflection. It's gone for a corner, but another goal line clearance denies Chelsea another goal. Etheridge comes out, always struggling, and it's Downing at the front post with the header. Loftus-Cheek. Oh, lovely ball on the inside of the full-back, played in early, first time Falcao was in there. And it's taken by the goalkeeper. Just waited for the moment, didn't they, Chelsea? Terrific pass out wide as well. Low ball in, came to nothing in the end, but Falcao was desperately close to being on the end of it. And Kennedy, who's been a live wire for Chelsea, clearly trying to prove a point to his manager that he's worth more. An appearance in the League Cup. Wants to be involved more regularly. He's looked very good tonight. This is Ramirez. Remy providing the angle for him. Brilliant finish. Beautiful in the execution. It looks so simplistic. Ramirez starts it. Plays it behind Rico Henry. And Lloyd Remy has his first of the season. And it's given Chelsea a 2-0 lead here at Walsall, 5 minutes before half-time. Walsall 0, Chelsea 2. He's looked very competent. Same can't exactly be said for Ivanovic. He's been robbed here by Lalkovic. And he's fouled Lalkovic. He's not having a good night so far, Ivanovic. And Lalkovic has been a nuisance out on that left-hand side. Lalkovic again just takes the ball from him. Ivanovic knows he's got a problem. And there's only one way he was going to stop him, by pulling him back. Sizing this one up, you can see exactly what's on his mind here, Milan Lalkovic. Manton is close by. It is Lalkovic, good strike! Going to be followed in by O'Connor! The tie is alive for Walsall! The man who's made 2 goal-line clearances tonight scores down the other end to send the Banks Stadium into bedlam! What a time to get it! In first half stoppage time, James O'Connor scores for Walsall against the champions of England. Now we have a tie in our hands again. Walsall 1, Chelsea 2. Well, it looks all over, but it ain't now. Listen to the noise around here. Sawyers. Walsall have a real old spring in their step now, and they'll not want to hear that half-time whistle that will be arriving very shortly. Tossed forward by Downing. And Begovic lets it run. Well, what a way to finish the half for James O'Connor. 2 goal-line clearances. And now he's put one in down the other end. A goal that will live for him for an awful long time. Exactly celebrating the way I thought he might. Celebrations are very calm, but his goal has given Walsall a real lifeline at half-time. Chelsea ahead on 10 minutes through a Ramirez header. Remy made it 2 on 40. But in first half stoppage time, James O'Connor has put League One Walsall right back in it against the champions. Half time at the Banks Stadium in the Capital One Cup. It is Walsall 1, Chelsea 2. No changes at half time from either side, so it's as you were. And it's Falcao and Loftus-Cheek who wait to get the game restarted. Chelsea's football was sumptuous at times, and the margin of their lead could have been greater had it not been for 2 or 3 goal-line clearances. O'Connor made 2, Downing made 1. Walsall back in the game. And it's Cook giving chase here, and John Terry makes sure he doesn't get there. If you are joining us for the first time tonight, 8 changes from the weekend as John Terry sorts his boot out. He's one of them. Back wearing the armband again. Of course, no Diego Costa. So serving the first of a 3-match ban. There are plenty of big names out there for Walsall to contend with. O'Connor, who got the goal, back to his goalkeeper, Neil Etheridge. Chelsea conceding for the first time in 3 matches. Coming into this on the back of successive clean sheets. Walsall's best performance in the League Cup. Some 31 years ago, they reached the semi-finals and lost to Liverpool. If they could pull off a result here, well, that would go down in the annals of history for sure. Ivanovic closed down by Mantum. Remy, given away to Chambers. Oh, Terry's got caught. The flag was up anyway on Jordan Cook. And Terry clutching the side of his head. Terry, well read by Demetriou. His touch was a little heavy and put straight out of play by Rahman. Mason's had enough. Yellow card for Chelsea's skipper. Puts his foot around Jordan Cook there, who just moments before had caught Terry in the face. Possible revenge there, perhaps. Mantum under pressure from Ramirez, who got the scoring started tonight. O'Connor. Oh, Mikel has come away with it. Loftus-Cheek, lovely ball. This is Kennedy! Swept home with ease by the Brazilian. His first Chelsea goal, and to be fair, he's deserved it. He's had a sparkling display, and Chelsea restore their 2-goal cushion. Loftus-Cheek plays him in, little touch to slow the ball down, and blasts it beyond Etheridge. Champions cruising once again. Walsall 1, Chelsea 3. Waiting for the ball to come back. Wayne Sawyers has got it. Flashbulbs popping as this corner prepares to be sent in. There it goes, it's headed away by Falcao. Mikel sends it further on its way. O'Connor. This will reach Sawyers. Baxendale. In it goes, it's a little deep, but they'll get a corner from it. Flanagan goes short. Chance to send it back in once more. Begovic was coming, didn't get there, and struggling to get back on his line. This is Sawyers. Lovely ball, lovely strike, just wide of the post. Sam Mantum on the end of it. What a move this is. Look at the skill from Sawyers in the first place. Puts Mikel on his backside and then tees up Mantum. Well, that would have been a beauty had that one gone in. Falcao and O'Connor tussling for it. Mantum Baxendale being hounded by Matic and dispossessed by John Obi Mikel. Pedro finds Falcao. Pedro again, weaving his way forward. Pedro! If it wasn't finished before, it certainly is now. Pedro on from the bench and on target. Spotted the gap, went through it, pulled the trigger, and that is the outcome. Walsall 1, Chelsea 4. Chelsea will start the defence of the Capital One Cup with a win. Pedro puts the icing on it for them. We've seen a Chelsea change. Papi Djilibodji on for his Chelsea debut. Signed from French club Nantes this summer. Falcao was the man withdrawn. Mikel back to Begovic, playing stoppage time. Chelsea leading 4-1. Mantum away from Pedro. Mikel intervenes. Chelsea now will just run the clock down by keeping the ball. Djilibodji. Now Matic. Back to Begovic. Chelsea have shown their quality tonight when it really mattered at key stages of the game as well. Walsall have given it a go, but in the end it wasn't enough. The holders begin the defence of the trophy with a 4-1 win here. A handshake between the Ginger Mourinho and the real deal. And Chelsea have shown that they are that tonight. Pedro got the fourth, put the seal on it. Ramirez started it. Remy also in the goals as well. Kennedy, the Brazilian, got the third. John Terry back in a Chelsea shirt and wearing the armband again, which will delight Chelsea supporters. In the end, fairly routine for the Premier League champions. Full time here in the West Midlands at the Bankside Stadium next to the